Good afternoon. Again, my name is Emmanuel Perez. I serve as the operations manager here at the NSU Innovation Center. And today we're going to be we're having our third session for AI Assist for Entrepreneurs. This is meant to be an entry level event where people of any technical level or skill or ability can learn about a new AI tool incorporated into either your business or your personal life, and hopefully use it to accelerate, save time, money, or energy for whatever your process or processes are, and have some fun along the way. The tools that we use will be free to use for a limited period of time, so we're not trying to show you anything that's too technical or that costs something super pricey. Just finding tools that exist out there that industry professionals are using right now and showing you how you can get a leg up within your own profession by using them. And so today we're going over um, a tool called Wispr Flow that turns your voice into text. So I'll go ahead and start sharing my screen now so you all can see what I see. Just a second. If anybody has any questions, feel free. You can always feel free to raise your hand or ask in the chat. All right, so this is the homepage of Wispr Flow here. As you see in the header, it says "Don't type, just speak." This is one of my favorite apps I've been using for over a year now. That turns your voice into text. And yeah, for a lot of people, your words per minute might be around 50 words per minute, 60, 75, 80. Does anybody in the chat know their words per minute? No? Okay. Well, that's cool. I know I have Twitter fingers for my phone, but typing, I think I'm about 70 words per minute. Um, and it used to be a really big deal uh 10, 20 years ago how fast you could type, but data entry has changed now, and this tool makes it super easy to um input in text anywhere there's a, a box, for instance. So for example, um Wispr Flow, you can activate it from almost any device. You can use it from your phone. You can use it from your laptop, on Mac and Windows devices. And anywhere there's an insertion box, like for example, this text message, wireframe, or demo here, you can just talk instead of having to type. So there's a lot of good things, right? That saves you time. It saves you energy because you're just using your voice, and it's very accurate. So for a lot of the smart assistants out there, like Google Home, for Siri or Amazon Alexa, sometimes the speech to text can be off. Sometimes it can misinterpret you. But Flow, what they did is they built a superior product that can accurately learn and listen and see what's on your screen, so it can learn context um, from you as well. So we'll go ahead and test out a demo um, of that, so you all can see what I'm working with here. So a new tab, I'm just going to open up my email client, Superhuman, start a new email. I'm going to email my boss, Dr. Akosia Ashiampanma. And so if I wanted to, for the subject line, I could type it out, or I could activate Super Whisper by clicking a key on my keyboard. So I can either hold it down or click it twice. So subject, I can say running late for meeting. And it looks like it interpreted as a question, but that's okay. I can just rewrite this, run late for meeting. Instead of me having to type it out, I can just say, "Hey, Dr. Kosia, I'm currently running late through traffic. Is there any way we could push the meeting back by an hour? Sorry for the inconvenience. See you soon." And so it's got her name right. It's got the formatting right uh, for the for the introductory. Um, I don't even know what you call this nowadays. This is not a sentence; it's a comma. Introductory statement. We've got my sentence here, and we've got my what is this called? This is the yeah, with the ending conclusion. Yeah, we've got the conclusion right too. So it's formatted in an as an email should be. So it's it's very swift, and you can do this for almost anything. Um, for writing an email, if I'm on LinkedIn and I want to write a LinkedIn post, I can do the same thing. So if I activate Superhuman again, you can also double click to have hands-free mode. Hey everyone, I'd love to introduce you all to a series called AI Tips for Entrepreneurs. We're hosting it at the NSU Innovation Center down on Main Street. Feel free to come through, learn something new, and walk away learning how to use an AI powered tool. We can't wait to see you there. Just a reminder, it's on Fridays from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. every other Friday. Hashtag behold. Boom. So it's got my formatting down on point. It knew exactly what to capitalize. Um, it knew exactly what the keywords were. It got the title of the innovation center. It capitalized that, so it's good with nouns, with pronouns. It missed out on power tool, but that's probably due to my own enunciation. That could probably be a little bit better. And it got the hashtag behold right. And I think you can say things too like all caps, and it'll correct that in all caps. So it can form anywhere there's an insertion box. Super Whisper is great at entering text in. Is it knows the context for almost each app that's on your computer. So this goes for not only just items in your browser, but also items that can be, if you have messages on your MacBook, or if you have, um, you're working with ChatGPT or another large language model, um, or with Notion or whatever your app is, it can adjust to that, and it knows how to read names that might not, commonly, be regionalized. Um, so yeah, that's like one of the main features I wanted to share. And we can keep digging through, but first I wanted to pause and see if anybody had any questions, comments.
Question I had, I know you say you can use it with Chat GPT. I know that's one of my issues with Chat GPT because of my pronunciation and my accent. Sometimes the prompt will come out incorrect if I'm speaking it into it.
Yeah. So yeah, April, I think that's a great point. And one thing that Whisper Flow does well, because I go through the same thing too with voice mode. You can add in words if to like either your personal dictionary. So right now I have the Whisper Flow app installed. So if there are words that AI commonly, miss what's the word I'm looking for? Mistranscribes. I think that's the word I'm looking for. You can add a word and also create a misspelling to correct a misspelling here too. So for example, like my first name, Emmanuel, is commonly spelled with two M's, but for me it's one M. So I think somewhere here I had to add it in. And also there's a student um, that participated in our innovation challenge we held last month. And her name is Jasmine, but uh, her name is spelled differently. It's spelled an A instead of an I. So there's a additional A added in. So I made sure when I was sending an email, I was actually speaking the email to her, to Jasmine, and I made sure to add in her pronunciation in here. And sometimes it can even pick up on when you're making changes. So, for example, there's uh, a friend named Eddie Pena, but when I said Pena, it didn't pick up the Spanish. I don't know what to call it, the character, the Enye on top of the N. So I think it's spelled out Peynay or something like that. So when I corrected it inside of the email, the message box, and put in, the Enye in there, it knew automatically, like, hey, next time you say Pena, I'll automatically correct the Pena. So anywhere you see where the the glitter markers, it 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 knew how to correct from my speech to the spelling. So I think, if you have the dictionary, this feature, April, will be a huge help to you. So you don't have to keep going back and correct yourself when you're adding in the prompt.
Okay, good to know.
Anybody else have any questions? What do you all spend a lot of time writing out? Be it essays, personal memos, emails.
It's me, it's more emails, text. I've gotten to the point when I get frustrated with the text message not being properly spelled out, I'll just go straight to voice message and voice it out. But I know a lot of people don't like that because it takes up a lot of data off of their phone.
Uh, yeah, that's a good point. And this app is also available on your phone too. I haven't used it on my phone. I mainly use it on my laptop for work related things or personal items. But there is a phone app of Wispr Flow.
Sometimes I use it more. This is Mary. I use it more for emails, um, letter writing, and I'm starting to use my voice to speech a lot more on my phone. Um, just to do text messages, or if I'm really having a conversation with somebody, I'm using that voice to text, and even the recording feature more now. So it would be interesting to see how this works um, for those types of situations.
Thank you so much for sharing, Mary. I think one thing that I think could be useful to you too is they have this additional feature I call snippets. So over here on the left hand corner, we click on snippets here. You can add in shortcuts, basically. So if you constantly have to find yourself sending out your profile information for LinkedIn or other social media accounts like Instagram, Twitter, um, Pinterest, Tumblr, if y'all still use that, you name it, you can add in a snippet by clicking in here for most of your commonly used phrases. So, for example, I always have to hyperlink in my LinkedIn, and it takes me like 10, 20 seconds to type out. But now I can just say LinkedIn out loud, and Wispr Flow will automatically know to include this link. And so if you have a calendar link, for example, I commonly say, here's my calendar. Then here, I know my calendar link by heart because I've typed it out so many times. It's cal.com/. I think that's a Calicom/Emmanuel Perez snippet. And so the next time I say, here's my calendar, um, in an email, for instance, we'll open up Superhuman again. Here's my calendar link. So it included here. So I would probably have to say it twice or say a different phrase. But you see how fast that was. That was just super instantaneous. We can change this to whatever we want. So if you're constantly sending long links, if you're constantly sending articles about yourself or for your business, or for news related things, you can add in the snippets here and save yourself 10 to 20 seconds of your day that you just gotten back. And those seconds add up. Seconds add up to minutes, add up to hours, add up to days, add to weeks, and y'all know the rest. Also, one fun fact is that talking, like the average, I think this words per minute for speech are is about 150 words per minute. And so for me, like that's more than double my typing speed of 70 to 75 words per minute. So if you think about, increasing your productivity by a factor of 2 to 3, it's really amazing how much you can get done. Especially if you're talking to AI and writing prompts or going back and forth with it, um, or if you're with somebody too. Because here at the Innovation Center, we're constantly testing things. We're working on a couple of web apps for the NSU's community and for our entrepreneurial community here in Hampton Roads region. And when we're building apps, it's like, oh wow, well, we could just text it out to AI, but we've got a lot on our plates. So instead, we just talk out loud and let Super Whisper capture it all, which is it saves. It's just a huge advantage. I promise y'all, they're not sponsoring me at all, but I've been using the product for over a year, and I absolutely love it. And I'll also be able to share a free month for anybody that's interested. I'll drop this link into the chat. You don't have to sign up with a credit card either. But this link will give you a month for free if you choose to use this link. Without it, you can get 14 days for free, and it's super cool. Any questions before we continue?
I have a quick one. Would you happen to know, this might not have anything to do with the way you're conducting this particular interest in AI, but maybe on a sidebar, do you know of any apps or AI tools that are really good resume builders?
Not off the top of my head. I would say your like your Chat GPTs or your Claudes or Microsoft Copilot or Google Gemini's would be really good as long as you give it a detailed prompt. And yeah, those would be my go-to. So I don't have a specific app to answer your question. There is a styles feature here as well. So you could personalize your words to write like you. This isn't a feature I've gotten knee deep in yet, but yeah, if you're if you're a very casual person like doing all lowercase, you're Gen Z 2.0 or Gen Alpha, or probably, I don't want to archetype anybody, but if you're casual or formal, everybody has their own style. Or if you use a lot of caps, it's just extra stuff that they have. Um, yeah, so for personal messages, work messages, email, and other apps. And you can add notes here as well too. I've done this when I was first practicing and trying out the app. And the last thing I want to share is, yes, it looks like I'm at 120 and not 150 like I thought it was. So you can also see your history. So in case something doesn't paste all the way, you can find exactly what you were looking for back here and easily copy it and paste it into your desired app or website. Like sometimes it's happened to me where I've voiced something or I'm working with someone for my own personal business and we're vibe coding apps together, basically talking to AI to build an app. And so for my friend Miguel, he's working on an app to help customize cars. And he spent like a minute and 30 seconds voicing out this whole prompt. And it was just nowhere to be found on the screen. But luckily we were able to go back here, copy it, paste it into our AI app builder, and start that app build. So it's a very useful feature if something, like as a backup, if something doesn't go um, as planned. Any other questions? Any comments? Concerns?
You can ask them to recommend something for the next person.
Yes, if there are sessions that you'd like to see, if there are topics that you'd like to speak on, I know Miss Mary talked about looking for resume writers. If there's any topic you'd like to see, please let us know. Feel free to drop in the chat. Feel free to send us an email. I'll drop my NSC email below if you'd like to email me. So yeah, right now we're just using the tools that we think are best. But again, this is a community-led initiative, so your input does matter to us. Thank you, Christopher. Is anybody in here going to try out Super Whisper?
I may check it out and see how it works.
Awesome. So say we have an interest for app building. Thank you, Miss Mary. I think we'll have to do that. Google AI studio session or the Friday after next.
I'm with Miss Mary. I want to see an app that can revise resumes. I've tried to chat GPT and Claude, but
You also build your own resume builder app within some of these tools too. Is it okay if we go off script and try it out? I know we still have like 13 minutes left, but it's up to you.
You can ask them.
Okay. Do you all want to see a demo and what's us building a resume builder app for Miss Mary?
I'm fine if it's fine with everybody else.
All right, Christopher put a thumbs up and a smiley face emoji with the sunglasses, so I'm taking it as a yes. All right, so I will make this as simple as possible. Again, if you all have any questions, feel free to interrupt me. So the first thing what we're going to do today is we're going to use. We actually covered this in our last session for building websites, but it can also build apps as well. So one free tool, because again, we like free 99 over here. We're going to use a tool called AI Studio from Google. You can get there easily by typing in app.new. And so if you've ever used Google Gemini before, which is Google's version of ChatGPT or Google's version of Microsoft Copilot, this is the back end of the front-facing app. So here's where you get a tighter harness on the language model titled Gemini 3. And this language model, just think about it as an engine, as a car engine. So you can have like I know my Toyota Corolla has like a 1.8 V1.8 engine, but there are cars out there like the what are those, like the Dodge Challengers with like the V6 and V8 engines. My Corolla cannot compare. But here you can choose what engine or how strong your model is. And right now, Gemini 3 Pro Preview that debuted, I think almost about 3 weeks ago, is the best out there right now in terms of design, and rivals that of the other LLM apps. So here we're going to describe our idea, and I'm going to use the tool that we talked about today, Wispr Flow, to speak at 120 words per minute to build out our resume writer app. So
Get more description from Miss Mary
yes,
as far as the product requirement.
yes, Ms. Mary. So I will kick it back to you if you're able to talk or to text. Yeah, please let us know some more information about your app, your desired app.
Well, honestly, the app that I'm looking to create isn't for resumes. The resume question was for me on a personal side. The app that I'm trying to build is for my current business. And it's a pet business. And it's a part it's a way that customers can track heart daily heart rates and things like that with their pets and different things of that nature. It wasn't a resume, so I might be the wrong person to ask about the resume thing.
Okay. We can build out either idea for your personal or for business.
Yeah, so the I tried using Chat GPT for the and I did get a baseline of what that would actually look like and how to actually design it, but it doesn't give me the nuts and bolts of how to actually make it work and function for the end user.
I see. I think I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, because ChatGPT will give you the will write you the code or make a pretty front end, but it won't have the back end that you'll need for it to function. Or it will scaffold it. It will give you steps. And I think this is where Google AI Studio can take things a leg up, because not only will it build it, but it will give you a link to test it, and you can include AI features inside of your app because it'll integrate the engine or the model inside of the app if you ask it to. And so you can do a lot of cool things with that, such as building apps that use AI within it.
Okay. Yeah, because that's exactly what I have. Like I know exactly what it would look like, exactly what it would have, has my look. I mean, it looks great. But now I need to take that to the next step, which is what you just mentioned.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think for a full stack app with a back end as compatibility because Google Ads will make a nice front end, but won't build out the back end all the way. I think Replit would be a great solution. They do have a free tier with a limited number of uses, but you can't
Uh-huh.
deploy it unless you pay per month. But you could also use Google AI Studio, and you could get into the weeds and the technical pieces to build and connect the rest of your app together.
Uh-huh.
Um, yeah, I'm not sure we'll have.
But with what she wants to do, probably Replit would be best option.
Yeah, I agree. The Replit would be great.
Which one is that you said? Replit?
Yeah, Replit, that's going to be replit.com.
Okay.
And I use this as well to build apps for myself and for my clients. So I can definitely vet for them.
Okay, I'll have to check that out. And because for me, free is great to kind of play around with, but when I start getting digging deeper, I already know the free option is not going to work. But I kind of want to play around with different things at first just to see how to get that done because I don't have the experience on doing that. But from what people are telling me, I could still potentially do it myself.
Yes, absolutely. I think Replit is one of those apps that it'll take you, it's a full stack app builder that will take you all the way through from start with just an idea to deploying it all the way without having to get too technical or in the weeds.
Okay.
And so I think, just for a sake of exercise, we'll build a resume builder app from scratch with Google Gemini. Just to show people on the call how it looks. And I think some people might also be curious. So I'm gonna start yapping again. So I'm gonna press the function key on my Mac twice to let Wispr Flow be on auto mode. I'm just gonna describe my idea out. Build me a resume writer app that I can use to write a resume. Ask me questions so you can help me specify what type of role will be best to curate this resume for that specific type of job. The more questions you ask me, the better suited it'll be. Use AI to help write, draft, and edit the resume. Make sure to make this resume sound like me and not sound AI generated, if that makes sense. I also want to add in, make the user interface clean and easy to navigate for any aged user. All right, and I'm just going to hit build. And now it's going to build our app for us. And so now what's happening under the hood is Google AI Studio is taking my prompts. This would have taken me at least a couple minutes to write out by hand. Again, Wispr Flow comes in clutch. But it's taking my prompt and it's talking to AI Studio like a software engineer. And it's writing my app primarily in a language known as TypeScript. And it's going through all the requirements it needs to build this MVP. And it gets this done. It can get a simple prompt app done in less than 2 minutes. And it just keeps getting better and better with it as well. And while that's loading, I just want to show off a couple other examples that are on AI Studio. So one that we use actually at the Innovation Center I'll share is we built this app for our entrepreneurs within our AI Studio program. This app is called Bizstrat AI. So this helps entrepreneurs to let me minimize this window. Awesome. All right, so this helps entrepreneurs turn their business into an actual strategy using the framework that we've been going over during this 8-week program. So for myself, if I have a business selling dog chew toys to dogs of rare breeds who are hyper aggressive and need special care. You can take a one-liner, a paragraph, a business pitch, and it'll create a strategy for you. So for our students that have needed just a couple of extra help or attention, or if we had our hands full, we found a way to essentially scale ourselves and our knowledge with this app. And so you can see we have an ideal customer persona. This is what we went over in week 1. A platform strategy for what platform they should choose. We went over this in week 2. Plan page strategy. We went over this in week 3. A one-liner with a hook that they can be pasted on their landing page. A mock slide deck that they could use and edit. Their one offer that they can offer their initial customer persona. Splinter offer. I've never even heard of this before. And also a sales script with qualifying questions, as well as with statements that handle objections, and close. And so it was an awesome app that we made, and this only took 4 or less prompts to make and to iterate upon. And now it's like we've gotten a way to scale our own knowledge and help out our own ICPs and the people that we serve. So you can do it for yourself too, for the customers that you have or you expect to have in the future. It's just an awesome way to provide value. All right, so now it made the app. We've got Resume. So now it's asking me to build my career story. So my
Danny,
target
quick
job,
question. What you just did,
yes,
is that accessible to us? The one you just took us from the biz strat AI? Is that something that we can access to?
yeah. So what I'll do right now, I'll share the link. So we haven't fully deployed this app. We've only shared the app. So there's 2 ways to go about this in Google AI Studio. You can share the app. You'll want to make sure you have Google Drive connected, because if you don't connect it, it won't save it. So we'll copy this app, and then I'll find my 20 tabs where chat is. And you click on that, you'll be able to, you'll have to sign in with a Google account if you're not already signed in. You'll be able to access the exact same screens that I accessed, and it'll be available to you. There's also a way where you can deploy the app here, but you'll need a Google Cloud account. If you don't have a Google Cloud account, Google won't allow you to publish it. So it basically means you're putting it out on the web all the way. Not it's out of your test environment. When you share it onto your Google Drive, but this is putting it on the web, like you're posting a LinkedIn post or Instagram post. Like you're pushing it on the web, and it's there.
Okay.
And so for building, Resume, I'll just put in a mock role. I'll put a product manager, current situation, I'm currently the operations manager at the Norfolk State University Innovation Center, where I help out our community and get them access to resources and manage our in-person facility in downtown Norfolk. So that wasn't a whole lot to go off of with just 2 sentences. It looks like it's set up like a back and forth chat bot that I can answer questions with, and it can make my resume from. So it's asking about a time when I identify a specific challenge or need. Yes, I'll talk about what we just said. I helped build an app called BizStrat AI that takes an entrepreneur's one-liner for their business and helps them create an ICP, helps them create items that should be included on their pitch deck, helps them create a very persuasive sales script, and other items that we teach in our 8-week cohort. It was a way for us to scale ourselves as well as provide support for the entrepreneurs if we were not available to meet their needs. All right, so for the sake of time, I'm going to generate this resume now, just from answering one question. And I should hopefully get something nice. But I could also add in more options. Like I could add in an option in here to upload my existing resume. So it has some of my basic demographic information already filled out, and some of my past experience and history on there too. Because y'all know, like, it's annoying when you have to upload your resume and then on the next screen it asks you the questions that it already asked you, like you already have from your resume. Like, do I have to go back and upload my experience again from scratch by hand like that? I don't get why companies do that. It's definitely a pain.
I agree. Absolutely.
It's just taking some time. I'm wondering if it's running into any technical issues. While this is loading, I want to share an app I made with AI Studio myself. So I made a really cool app called Whiteboard.win. And this is an app that I could use to help myself as a visual learner to learn from YouTube videos. So if there's a video like, for example, how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and looks like there's a dad here teaching his kids how to make a PB&J sandwich. I can copy this link myself as a novice sandwich maker. I can just analyze this video in here. And Whiteboard will take this video link. It'll look it up in the back end, pull the transcript, and then next page within the next few seconds, we should be able to pick from a topic. It's where we play the Jeopardy theme song music. All right, and I can pick a concept here. So here I'll pick exact instructions challenge. I don't care for algorithm thinking or effective communication for right now. But I can pick the style that I like. So I'm gonna go with Whiteboard. And it should make me a very nice visual within the next few seconds. But this is cool because this goes for anything that's available on YouTube. So from lectures to TED Talks, um, to anything. And so looks like we have the content. We have how to make a PB&J sandwich. We have the kids that were in the video. And we have the exact instructions. Looks like it didn't list out. Oh yeah, looks like we have here pick up knife, open peanut butter jars, peanut butter with knife, and put the peanut butter on bread. And if it's not specified action, this can result in failure. So I think Dad's methodology that was in this video, it took that bar for bar. And now we know how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So I can download it as a PNG, and now I have a whiteboard where I can start over and do it again from scratch to get slightly different results. So that's just one example of an app. And I'm not sure why this hasn't generated a resume. So I'm just going to say here in the chat, your resume is not. Oh, there it is. Just enter in my information here. And boom, looks like I've got myself a resume. All we need now is just a download button. Oh, it says download PDF button here. So I think we have to get this button to connect down to the PDF. We could tell it in here to make it. And we probably need a back button as well, so we can go back. Oh, there it is. And edit our information. But we also need a way to add in a role as well. So we can say, give me an option to add in a role like other work experience roles. So Gemini will go ahead and make that for us. Because right now we can only remove the role and not add in anything else. Looks like they polished button too. So AI is very thoughtful by adding in these little features. So if they polish here, it should spruce up the wording. Boom, I guess enhance should be able to do the exact same thing. So it's a pretty basic description that I gave out earlier. All right, so looks like we've got better adjectives than last time, which is nice. And I also want to note that most AI companies, they charge for use for their services. So using their model would be an API cost, but Google Gemini has a generous tier. So you can use a limited amount of their services for free within the app and within the app builder itself. So it's for doing tasks like these, it shines super well at that. If you were to give it to a traditional software engineer, you'd be paying thousands of dollars to get an app shipped like this, and you would probably have to wait a few weeks to a month to get it in hand and use it. But you see, it's only been 10 minutes we've been working with this. It's already working, and we're talking on V2. Thank you, Christopher, for coming through. We appreciate you. Yes, it looks like it made the button, but we don't have a way to navigate back. We have to start over from the beginning from scratch. But just to prove to you all that it works, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to share the app here. We're going to publish. We're going to copy it. I'm going to find the meeting tab. and paste it on in. So you all can use it. Miss Mary, feel free to use it and let us know how it works. Let us know it can be improved. And yeah, that is a quick overview on AI Studio and Wispr Flow. Any questions, any comments, feedback?
Yeah, I do real quick. It's Mary again. Thank you for detouring like that. I don't know if that was on your playlist for today, but I appreciate how you pivoted to give us what we were looking for.
Yeah, no problem. I'm happy we could help, and hopefully we can get more into the app building within the next session.
Awesome. And I'll check out the resume builder and give you some feedback on that.
Thank you very much.
My quick question, Emmanuel, is like once we let them have access to our Google Drive, that's when things open up.
Yes, yep. So you'll when you go to AI Studio first, it'll ask you a couple of questions. Well, it'll just ask, it'll put out like the box to check for the terms and conditions. You'll accept that, and then you'll be at this main screen here
Mm-hmm.
where it says build it easy with Gemini. And then once you start building that, for instance, like build me a puppy generator app. Yeah, once you do that, it's going to run here. And as soon as it finishes running, there should be a save app button here if it's your first time doing it. So I'll stop it and hit save here. So you'll save it, and there should be a pop-up that says save to Google Drive. And
Oh,
once you've done that, and you have a name up here, you're good. Your app will stay in your Google AI Studio account and your Google Drive forever.
okay. So that's why I would need access to the Google Drive.
Yes.
Before we stay. Okay.
Yeah, because there's been times where I was working on the app and I forgot to. It was weird because there's still like a beta feature from Google. They haven't really promoted it yet outside of their developer channels. But once I was working on the app, didn't save it on a new account, it was gone. I was like, oh snap. So yeah, saving it is super important. Once you got it done, it's there for good.
Okay. Cool. Well, thank you for your time and your expertise in the training. It was eye-opening today. Thank you.
Absolutely. I'm happy you gained value from it. Thank you for attending.
Have a good one, everyone.
Thanks again. You have a good weekend.
You're welcome. You too.